Ministry and the chief advisor of IMF to study on the feasibility of the system to implement in India. His 51 page report contains that if this is highly feasible to implement in India, and if it is implemented, it can cure all the public foreign debts of India. The alarming nature of the situation is that nowadays we are paying 27% of the GDP to clear off the interest of the foreign debts. That will be cleared if Islamic banking is going to implement India. That was the main crux point of the Regulation Committee Commission Commission report. He submitted the report to the then Reserve Bank Governor Subbarao, but he rejected it, indicating some of the major regulatory problems. Later, Manmohan Singh appointed Raghuram Rajan as the Governor of the Reserve Bank of India, and he was always insisting to implement the system. But after the 2014 election, when Narendra Modi, under the Prime Minister of Narendra Modi, the government came, Narendra Modi ji was very well favor of introducing the system, but due to some emotional problems, they could not introduce the matter. Now, thinking on the feasibility of the system, my PhD study was on the efficiency of Islamic economic instruments in selected Islamic countries, and the study result was, as far as I selected 48 countries where there is interest-free banking as well as interest-based banking, and the result says that in the aspect of scale efficiency, cost efficiency, and profit efficiency, the interest-free bank shows outstanding nature to interest-based banking. Now, these are a major title relevance. I am avoiding this one because of the considering the efficiency point of view. This system is nowadays introduced in about 75 countries in the world. This will include not only 51 Middle East countries. Not only 51 Middle East countries, other countries like Austria, Luxembourg, Algeria, UK, Germany, France. In this way, there are about 75 countries. The system has been successfully implemented. And there are about 750 institutions working under this category. Now come to difference between conventional banking and Islamic banking. Major banking tools, there are 7 tools. I am leaving all this. Only, I'm going. The system. Now come to the prospects. The potentials of Islamic banking in India, the prospects. The potentials will include population as well as level of investment, Indian banking scenario in all aspects, if this is highly feasible to introduce in India. Recent movement towards Islamic banking in India, 2 important movements. One is working group report of RBI in 2005 and the Rajan Committee report in 2000, coming to end. 1 minute. Remarkable step was introduced in Kerala. There is in 2012 also and 2013 RBI under the chairman barriers, regulatory barriers, similarly physical barriers, unequal treatment, future prospects. Prospects means in about 75 countries the system has been implemented. So if it is introduced in India, okay. Thank you.
जय माँ बीणापाणी को नमन करते हुए, respected all the dignitaries on the dais and all the respectables and lovables present here. My name is Dr. Menka Biswal, Assistant Professor of HLM Group of Institution. I am going to present my topic, the role of entrepreneurship in India's journey towards becoming a developed nation. As we know that India is a developing country, always trying its best to achieve developed country. So entrepreneurship has an important role for developed getting the developed country. Entrepreneurship plays an important role in India's journey towards becoming a developed nation. It is likely to enhance economic growth, creating job opportunity, involve in new innovation, and also contributing to overall development of a country. Entrepreneurs are raises productivity, create more opportunity, introduce new technologies, as well as enhances India's global competitiveness, and entrepreneurs also empowers the individual, encourages cultural self-reliances, and address socio-economic challenges, and which laying the foundation of a sustainable development. Entrepreneurs are self-motivated individuals who strive to do something new and unique on their own. By identifying opportunities, arranging the new necessary resources, and taking in all the risk in the business, entrepreneurs fulfill customers' needs and create employment opportunity for themselves and people around them. Now I will come to the some main points here because I got only 2 minutes for present my topic whole topic. So benefit of being entrepreneur are flexibility of resources, flexibility of a schedule, and fulfilling and boost of self-esteem, getting to learn new things, creating wealth of a self-associated, improves standard of living, creates business and job opportunities for people, and creating social impact, getting of innovator of the industry. Recent efforts of entrepreneurial activities in India, initiative like Make in India campaign and various startups accelerate has been foster entrepreneurial efforts for development of India. Some initiative of a Government of India are Innovation Mission, Multiplier Government Scheme, Dairy Entrepreneurship Development Scheme, Make in India Initiative, Startup India Initiative, etc. In recent years, our country going through the era of startups. India is called Startup Hub. It has more than 99,000 startups and 107 unicorn companies worth $30 billion. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has started several initiatives to help young entrepreneurs. Government provides the subsidies. And just I want to sir conclude that thing. Conclude only for 1 minute. I need only. There are so many drawbacks are there, even the so many benefits from the entrepreneurial sector, but there are so many drawbacks are also there. Little bit I will put light on that. So entrepreneurial activities, almost every country has been considered as a prime area focus in national policy, but in spite of these, there are a number of challenges faced by the entrepreneurs doing their journey towards entrepreneurship. Lack of basic infrastructural, skilled manpower resources, and on the top of the list in business finance. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, all the dignitaries and all the respectables and lovable say once again. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Respected Chair, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Hello.
सर आप बोल सकते हैं.
Yes, sir.
Well, listen to Mr. Ravindra Rena. I got some speech. I don't know what time is my speech. I just would like to find out.
Yes. Good morning. I welcome to the 106th Annual Conference of Indian Economic Association, Mr. Ravindra Rena, So he is from Durban University of Technology, South Africa. Sir, welcome to the conference. We are very eager to listen to your special address for this conference. Welcome, sir.
Madam, can you able to hear me?
Yes. Yes. You are audible, you are visible.
Yes, can I start my speech or?
Yes, sir. You can start.
Okay, madam. Yes, thank you for the opportunity. And how many minutes do I have to speak?
You can have 10 minutes.
Okay, madam, no problem. Yeah. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed a proud privilege for me to be part of the Indian Economic Association conference held at Delhi University campus. In fact, I wish I could be there personally, but because of some commitments, I couldn't make it. So the topic that we going to talk today is about the India aspiring to be a global leader or Vishwaguru, and whether that is possible or not possible. What would be the criteria that we need to follow? So those are some of the points I'd like to speak about. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know that America is the largest economy in the world for the past 152 years now. Starting from 1871 until today, there is no other country in the world that became the largest economy other than America. So for the last 152 years, it is keeping its position as number one economy in the world. Now the point arises here that who was the largest economy prior to America taking the position? Now then the answer would be is none other than our beloved country India. So we, the country India, are the one, we've been there as the largest economy in the world almost for the about 1700 to 1800 years. So America was not even having almost 10% of the time that we held that position actually. So that is one of the important points I would like to mention. Of course, if you look at statistically, we have a Magnus Angus Madison who wrote a book, Economic History of the World in the last 2,000 years. And his book also confirms that India was the largest economy in the world. Just to give you some statistics, ladies and gentlemen, that around 1800, if you look at the economic history of the world around 1800 or 1700, America was having less than 2% of the income. In fact, UK, who were a colonial master, UK and USA, they were having less than 2 to 3% of the total income of the world, where India was contributing more than 25% of the income of the world. So this is been realistically been proven by the research that India was contributing more than 25% of the global income, where America was contributing less than 2%. Now the tables have been changed, or the tables have been shifted right now. We, the fifth largest economy in the world, we are contributing less than 3% of the global income today in 2023, whereas America is contributing about 24 to 25%. So we were doing that almost 225 years ago. We were doing exactly what America was doing today. To give you some more additional supportive statistics, ladies and gentlemen, that we were contributing 40% of the global income at one stage. So from 40% of the income, that means that we are almost there as number one. Nobody was beaten up by contributing 40%. China was also our competitor from the beginning, ladies and gentlemen, that China was also contributing between 22 to 26% of the global income from time to time. So we sometimes largest, and China was also considered to be second largest or the first largest our then. But most of the time, in the last 17 to 1800 years, it was the Indian economy which was considered to be the largest economy in the world. So the 40% of our contribution, we drop it down to 25%. From 25%, we drop it down to 16%. So in fact, when before the World War One in 19 probably 16 to 1918, India was still a role model. India was still contributing almost 16% of the global income. When India got independence in 1947, our percentage dropped down to 4% actually. And from 4%, for the past 77 years of India's independence, we further dropped it down to 3%. So though we, according to the latest statistics a few weeks ago, that India already crossed $4 trillion economy, but nonetheless, our contribution to the global income is not changed so much, about 3.5%. That's what we are contributing. Now, the question arises here, ladies and gentlemen, that India is the first largest populated country in the world. We have got the population of 1.42 billion people, almost 1,420 million people, nearly 1,500 million people living in our Indian subcontinent. Now, is it going to be a virtue for us? Is it going to be a boon for us or a bane for us? Then the argument will start. I think we need to discuss a lot. There are populated countries like Nigeria, they've been backward for several years, and the largely populated countries like China also become the second largest economy in the world. 1950 to 2022, China was the only country which has got largest population in the world. Now they became the second largest economy in the world, which contributes about $17 trillion income, where India was contributing less than $4 trillion income to the global economy. That made India as the fifth largest economy in the world. Now, who are those third and fourth largest economies? We have a country like Japan, which was the second largest economy for many years, a couple of maybe 2 to 3 decades. It became the third largest economy. And Germany, which is almost close to the size of Rajasthan state of India, ladies and gentlemen. Rajasthan state of India is about 42,000, the lakhs square kilometers, about 348 lakhs, probably, in a sense that the 3.48 lakhs square kilometer of land, whereas Germany's size is about 360 or 3,60,000 square kilometers land. So the difference between Rajasthan state, which is the largest state of India, and the Germany as a country is not so different, not so big. Germany is a little bit bigger than the size of Rajasthan, but Germany is the fourth largest economy. So now the next question arises before I conclude my speech in the interest of time, whether we could able to achieve, and we are the first largest populated country in the world. We have got many number one positions in terms of various aspects in the production of some of the agricultural commodities, sugar cane, milk products, and all those products. We are number one producer in the world. But now, whether we could able to become Vishwa Guru or whether we can become the number one economy in the world or not. So, ladies and gentlemen, as an economist with about 3 decades of experience, I feel strongly that we are growing at the moment, despite of all the odds, we are growing at the rate of about 6 to 7%. Although the estimates vary from 4 to 5%, 4 to 6%, but the actual fact is that around 6 to 7% if we grow, according to IMF latest estimates. Now, if we wanted to achieve that position, number one position, or number two, or number three position, it is found to be impossible situation for India, even in the coming 70 to 100 years' time, that we cannot become number one, but we can. There is a possibility that we can become number three, or if we try harder, we can also become number two economy in the world, provided if we grow at the rate of 11 to 13% with GDP, and that way we can achieve the target of the maybe second largest economy in the world or third largest economy in the world. Not in any time near future, but it takes about maybe 50 years to 75 years. By 2021, maybe 21, somewhere there in the coming 73 years down the line, there is a possibility that we could able to achieve the second or the third largest economic position. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of potential in India we are vibrant and we have the youngest population in the world, which in terms of 15 years to 65 years of age group. And we are also one of the prominent countries where we have a lot of human resources in our hand. If we utilize our human resources, India is the seventh largest country in the world. If we use our best natural resources that India was bestowed by the nature, that after America, India is a country which has got a better land actually, even better than China's land. So India is always has got the potential to move forward and to become one of the potential or one of the countries which are gurus in the coming near future. So with these few words, I would like to thank the conference organizers of Indian Economic Association for giving me this opportunity to share some of my ideas with you. Thank you, Anand. Namaskar.
Thank you, Professor Ravinder, for giving such an insightful talk. I think the audience over here has gathered immense knowledge from your rich experience of about 30 years as an economist. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
2 minutes. Please, sir.
Presentation, anyone left?
Respected members of the panel, the organizing team, and my fellow academia. A very cheerful good afternoon to all of you. My name is Omin Pant, and I'm from Department of Economics, HNBGU, and I'm presenting a paper entitled Identification of Challenges Faced by Self-Help Group Members in Mountain Regions of Uttarakhand, a study of District Pauri Gadwal. The co-authors of this paper are Professor Prashant Kandari and Aditi Rawat. Due to time constraint, we will directly move on to the objectives of the study. First objective is to find out challenges faced by the self-help groups in the study area, and the second one is to provide suggestion to address these challenges. Okay. Moving on to the research methodology, as we can see, the research type is descriptive, and the sampling method that has been used is multi-stage stratified random sampling. The total sample size is 450 SHG respondents. Okay, I will give you a brief description. So it has been concluded that we can see that the work has been done in 4 phases. The first one is the phased approach. This phased approach refers to the Uttarakhand State Rural Livelihood Mission pattern. Okay, as it is visible on the screen, we can see that the table represents the phase-wise intensive block pattern. First phase, second phase, third, fourth, and fifth phase. The fifth phase has been excluded from the study due to COVID restriction. The phased approach covers the geographical coverage. 5-phase extensive block pattern. Number fifth phase was excluded due to COVID implementation and COVID restrictions. The third row represents the number of blocks selected, and it is Dugata, Thalisan, Pauri, Khirsu, Riknikhal, and Ikeshwar. The number of SHG presents are given in the next row, and number of SHG selected are total of the as described. SHG selected are based on the villages based on household numbers. Okay. Okay. I will give you all your brief description due to time constraint. Okay. पहला phase आपका phased approach है, second block selection, third SHG selection and fourth SHG members. Stratified random sampling हमने use करी है और first phase approach में आप देख सकते हैं geographical coverage और इंटेंसिव ब्लॉटिन है और आपका ब्लॉक सिलेक्शन इसी के बेसिस पे हुआ है. ज्योग्राफिकल लोकेशन को कवरेज दी गई थी. इट इज ड्यू टू सो दैट द आप हमारा एक रिप्रेजेंटेटिव पॉपुलेशन मिले. SHG सिलेक्शन हाउस के बेसिस पे है, हाउस का डाटा सेंसस से मिला एंड विलेजेस वर बेस्ड ऑन द हाउस नंबर, जिससे फर्दर हर एक विलेज से एक SHG को सेलेक्ट किया गया था. एक्सप्लोरेटरी फैक्टर एनालिसिस प्रॉब्लम के लिए किया गया. K1 Bartlett टेस्ट वाज अप्लाइड एंड इट्स वैल्यू वाज 0.709. These are the problems: marketing problems, economic factor problems, program and management related problems, and social factors. Inadequate promotion of sales of produce, no brand name, less economic activities, irregular transport facility, lack of demand for product, distribution of cash below norms, managerial skill, lack of knowledge about program, lack of experienced manpower, inadequate training, poor linkage with officials, and social and age factor. Okay, regarding recommendation, I will just give a brief review. Marketing challenges may, it is the of utmost priority that we introduce brands. There are many branding procedures going on in Uttarakhand, such as Himalayan House, Hemp Foundation, and Kilmora. However, it is not enough, and we still need to have a market, an organized market. Next one is the economic challenge. We need to develop and implement strategy, ensure adherence to cash distribution norms. We need to improve our transportation services, explore and capitalize on opportunities. Regarding program and management challenges, we need training programs on various aspects. We need targeted development programs, connection with relevant authorities, and we need to recruit more managerial experts. With societal challenges, incorporate age-related factors, fulfill social obligations, and explore and implement strategies. These are some of the pictures of survey. Thank you.
Thank you all. This session is over.
There is one announcement for everyone. Those who are supposed to check out today, please check out as soon as possible. The time has been extended from 12 to 2. And if you have not checked out, then the charges will be paid by you only. Now, I would request Ms. Juhi Jam to felicitate our chair, Professor M.G. Baswaraja.
This will come back to you. But I can't carry it to myself.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would request Dr. Suchita Yadav to felicitate Dr. Kanwaljit Kaur.
कॉल एंड कर दूँ
I request Dr. Suchita to felicitate Dr. Rajdeep Singh as well. Okay, we have one more presenter.
प्रेजेंटेशन है
ओके मैं वैसे ही कर देती हूँ वैसे ही कर देती हूँ माय नेम इज़ डॉक्टर रीता रानी मैम माय नेम इज़ नॉट इन द लिस्ट आई चेक दैट ओके I'm so much thankful to the panel for allowing me to do my presentation in the last moment. So I did my a review of the corporate social responsibility and the women financial inclusion. So actually the data I've collected was from 2017 to 2022, and I have realized that since CSR, corporate social responsibility, has been mandatory has become mandatory by a Company Act 2013. And with this data, we see, or with the review, I found that there are very less companies who are actually investing in the corporate social responsibility, and in fact there are only 5 companies in India which are actually investing in the women related uh, expenditures, and major of the expenditures are in other sectors. So I can say that there is a big need for the companies to work in the field of women empowerment, and to do their financial expenditures for the women oriented activities. And beyond that, there is a need for the government to initiate some of the policies and some of the programs which can motivate the companies to work in this field, in women empowerment field. So uh, in very short time, I must tell that this is a basic requirement, because women are a big part of the of the big population of India, and major of the share of women in the rural areas especially, they are not that much uh, financially educated, and there is a need to educate them as well. And without this, it is important to do this financial education, and we can include them in this economic activities or the development period. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for your valuable time and expertise. You may proceed for the tea.